I know that you worked with Chuck Norris in what was it called, Walker, Texas Ranger, right? Now,
Yes.
what I did try and do this is I tried to write a couple of Chuck Norris jokes for you, and I'd like to get your reaction on them.
Okay.
Okay. If there's a lesson that you've learned through your life, through your career, that a young upstart would come to you and say, "Hey, Lisa, do you have any advice for me?"
I feel that one, love what you do. If you're not happy doing what you're doing, get out because it's hard and you're gonna have disappointment. You have a third callback and didn't get the role and you invested everything into it. You have to have a tough skin. But you also have to realize and on the flip side, the cup is half full because well, you weren't meant for that role because you're meant for the next one that's going to happen in 2 months and you're going to impact society substantially with that role. So it's really about having faith in your ability and your commitment to playing a character and a love for your craft. That is just so important. And nowadays things have changed so much because influencers now are the thing, and influencers have 2 million followers, and influencers are just being themselves, and that's fantastic. Doesn't mean they can act or play character, but a lot of attention is with the influencers, and it's not to say their content sometimes is really interesting and sometimes, in my opinion, not very interesting. I'm like, why does this influencer have so much, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So in my generation, we're a little puzzled by that because we really had to study and work, and it's based on a craft. But I guess influencers have a craft too on how to bring people in, whether it's wearing a bikini or cooking in a bikini, or I still haven't quite grasped this whole thing yet. So, but any upcoming who really wants to be an actor, you got to do the work, man. And it's not easy, but you got to love wanting to do it. You got to work on scripts, go to rehearsals, memorize lines, rehearsal.
Right. I can imagine. What I've always found fascinating, something that people don't often think of, is you might have this great idea of how to play a character in your head, but to express that physically, and then maybe it doesn't work. How do you build a character? I can imagine that it's not as easy as people think.
It's not easy. That's why you want to get training. And I studied while I was going to UCLA theater arts 3 nights a week. I'm going to UCLA full time. I also studied Grotowski 3 nights a week for 2 years while in college, because I wanted to explore all the different kinds of acting techniques, method, Grotowski, whatever, I wanted, because at the end of the day, for some roles, Grotowski, this is really going to help me. Or actually, it's really elements of all these different kind of acting techniques that you learn. You can use bits and pieces while putting together your character.
Just very, very quick. Have you ever read anything from Stephen Berkoff, the British playwright? By the way, Stephen Berkoff he also did a lot of acting, like he was the bad guy in Rambo 2. Also, Lisa, do yourself a favor and go and check out the work. He's a playwright, Stephen Berkoff. I think he will blow your mind. And if he does, do me a favor and drop me an email just to say you told me so.
Well, I feel embarrassed that I haven't read any of his work, but I certainly will now.
No, I don't think that he's very big in the States, and I think he's sort of like just in the sort of British theater crowd. He's an old man now, but his work is like punk rock. Stephen Berkoff, spelled with a V. Go and check it out. I think you would appreciate it.
I will. Stephen Berkoff.
Berkoff, yeah, and his 2 biggest plays were called East was the one, and West the other one. So the east part of London and the west part of London. He happens to be a very good friend. He
Ooh,
happens
I
to be a
love
very
it.
good friend of Joan Collins. So
Okay.
yeah, go and check out Stephen Berkoff.
Will you Instagram me his name?
Absolutely, absolutely.
I would appreciate that. I will completely check him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's got 2 plays, sort of where you can get the what do they call it? The completed plays or complete works of Stephen Berkoff. I'll send you that name. And
okay.
Yeah,
well, I so will. And I just have to tell you something kind of funny, and maybe I'll grab it. I have my Shakespeare book from UCLA.
Okay.
It's like falling apart. Hold on, I'm gonna get it. Okay, so here we go. Okay,
wow. Okay.
It's fallen off. Okay, right? Yeah. So this is my Shakespeare book from UCLA. And of course I have, notes and things. Wait. Oh, here I have something paper clipped. Okay, this is The Merchant of Venice. Paper clipped, right? Because I had to learn how to do how to speak Shakespearean and what does this word mean? And
yes.
All that.
Wow.
So I've kept this, because obviously it meant something to me because this class was hard. I'm telling you. I think I only got like a B in it. But anyway, but I'm like, you know what? I work with Patrick Stewart on The Next Generation, Star Trek Next Generation. He's lovely. And I decided that next time I'm in England, I'm going to reach out. I want him to autograph my UCLA Shakespeare book.
What a perfect person. What a perfect person to autograph.
So when I say I'm a fan of Vinny.
Awesome. That's lovely to see a book like that. It looks like you've done your work with it, But Stephen Berkoff is majorly influenced by what part of what makes him such a great and vivid writer was that he took the sort of Cockney slang and he gave it a Shakespearean twist. So it's a sort of rugged urban setting with this almost Shakespearean kind of. I'm gonna send you that, Mel. I'm gonna send you the name. You're gonna love it.
IG me that one.
I will definitely do that. I can't believe that I've just shared something with Lisa Wilcox. So this is a success. Okay, so Lisa,
perhaps we'll meet one day next time I do a show in Ireland.
But what I'd like to quickly do is, I know that you worked with Chuck Norris in what was it called, Walker, Texas Ranger, right?
Yes.
What I did try and do this is I tried to write a couple of Chuck Norris jokes for you, and I'd like to get your reaction on them. Okay. Number 1. Chuck Norris doesn't need to worry about Freddy Krueger. He just roundhouse kicks him out of existence. Okay, I'm warming up. Here we go. Next one. They say Freddy Krueger haunts people's dreams. Well, Chuck Norris haunts Freddy's nightmares.
Oh, maybe.
Okay, we're getting there. Okay. Freddy Krueger thought he could haunt Chuck Norris's dreams. Now he's the one having nightmares.
Ooh.
Okay, I think I find them funny. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Freddy Krueger once tried to invade Chuck Norris's dreams. He never slept again.
Very clever. I think you like Chuck Norris, eh? Chuck Norris fan here?
I'm more a Freddy Krueger fan, but Chuck Norris, yeah.
Well, Chuck Norris rocks. I mean,
Chuck Norris does rock. Chuck Norris is a legend, for sure.
Gaze into the abyss.